Okay, this is the next test, and once again this is a Yauk movement, a 68, and this is the strike side, and it's in just the regular plate bearings there, or bushings, as you can see. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little shot of air, just like we did the other one, and we're going to see how long it lasts. There you go. Proof is in the pudding, I think. Now, one thing I'd like to talk about here a minute is I did as Mark suggested on these bearings, and when I put them in, I reamed them out to, I used my Bergeon reamer and reamed out the hole here. I think I'll use a screwdriver to point with. Reamed out the hole here, and the first bearing that I put in, I actually pounded it into place, okay, like a typical newbie would. And when I pounded it in, I found that the bearing did not want to turn at all. I stuck various objects in it trying to get it to turn. It didn't want to. So then I had to take it back out, and then I used a reamer to ream the hole out some more, and then I got it where it would just, practically fall in. And then I took a toothpick and I smeared a little bit of red Loctite in there. That's what Mark recommends, and pressed the bearing in so it was flush with the inside of the plate. And then I put the thing together after the Loctite had set, but the problem was that the front bearing didn't want to turn as well as the rear bearing. So then I thought what I would do is on the front here, on the pivot, I thought I would go ahead and stipple it just a little bit, just a couple little punch marks. It didn't work. The front bearing was actually turning a lot slower than the rear bearing, even with the pivot gripping it. I don't understand why. So Mark had sent me an extra bearing or two here, so I went ahead and put a new bearing in. And when I put it in the reamed hole, before I get it in there completely, I take a toothpick and just smear a little bit of red Loctite on the inside of the hole. Then I go ahead and press the bearing in, and I just press it in flush with the inside plate. And it worked quite well that way. So I plan to do the first, second, and the third wheel on the chime side, and on the strike side I'll do the first and second wheel and possibly the third, and we'll see how that goes.